Well, we're an hour early from my booking time. So I've got an hour to spare. The YouTube gods are smiling upon us. I hope it doesn't fiddle down. Anyway, a lot of people use a lot of words that don't really appropriate. But I am going to come. We are going. You and me. We are going to find something mega. Yeah, it's not an extravagant expression, but we are going to try and find something mega. Ooh, hold on to your hats. We've popped out where we want to be, so I think going down is going to be a bit slippery. But anyway, let's study the traffic and let's see where we're going to come back out. Let's wait for the lights to go red and let's cross. When you've seen a vehicle stop, you know you're safe. Let's cross over from one footpath to the next. That footpath, and look what we found for you. I didn't know they'd been here all weekend. Bloody hell, they're long. Look at the tip on that. Look at that. Do you remember we went to Cosford, didn't we? And the way the bloke said they do that to stop when the plane passed us, you could hear the wind playing behind. Oh, it's quite solid. Hell of a length. One hell of a length. Shall we step it out? Right. Big steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 strides. Blimey, blimey, blimey. Isn't that just amazing? Isn't that just 17.7? Does that mean it's 17.7? Look how many extensions there are on this trailer. Wow, so it's not got the weight, it's just got the length. Wow, wow, wow. Leg breakers holding it down nice. Well, stretchers, chain stretchers. Look at that. It almost looks like you can, that's an access hatch or something. So when we were in, oh, they're not as straight as you think. When we were in Cosford, when we were in Cosford, that jet went past us, that big carrier went past us, didn't it? And we could hear the wind making a noise behind it. It followed it for quite a distance behind when it was coming into land. And didn't they say, look, that these tips stop that? What speed is this doing when the damn thing is going round? And it's sort of curved. It's been made to a certain shape, hasn't it? Wow. Now that feels really solid. Let's go along a bit. Oh, look, that's more of a hollow sound. Yeah, this bit looks solid. Look at it. Look how they must have done it in two parts. I mean, it must be a hell of a. It must want to fall over, mustn't it? It must want to fall over. Wow, wow, wow. Isn't that amazing? Oh yeah, look. They've strapped that to help stop it from twisting. Yeah. Holding it down. So they're not only protecting it, but they're trying to stop that from twisting as well, aren't they? Wow, and can you see the curve? It's a massive, massive thing. There's 3 of them. Oh, I wonder if that may be the number of it, the production number. I wonder. Some lovely bolts. Even the bolts are numbered. Is that must be some sort of a turned aluminium piece, do you think? That's plastic. That's can you hear it? That's sort of fiberglass or Kevlar or whatever it is. That is. Look at this. Look at these bolts here. Look. Wow. No, they're bonded in. That looks like, look, that looks like, what's it called? Not Kevlar, the new fiberglass. It looks like a carbon weave, that doesn't it? It looks like, wow, amazing. And you know, usually we would strap a thing over, but this is tied here and that's tied there. There's other special brackets to hold it, like ears, I suppose. Yeah. These are European, like French connections. These aren't UK connections. They're not. So these have come from abroad. Let me see. Yeah, the plate, Netherlands. Yeah. Name of the. It's quite out, quite far, isn't it? Wow. How do you even begin to do something like that? Absolutely amazing, aren't they? I'm glad I found them. We saw them on Friday and there was a whole load of vans, and I just came past this way today, and luckily we're an hour too early, so I can park in the services. I'm not sort of dodging or whatever. And look at this. So the YouTube gods have shined on us today. Auto greasing on the trailer. Auto greasing, what else? Are they the beams to lift it with, do you think? Oh, that's got it right tight, that is. That's really holding it nice and tight. Wow. Absolutely gobsmacked. Oh, we've been so lucky. We've been so lucky to catch it, haven't we? Some of them are coloured, look. Each one are numbered. Wow. I don't know what weight it would be. I can't imagine it being that heavy. No. Look at that. Wow. I don't know what that is. ABS, yeah. Your lights and that. These are the air connections, fine. I wonder what that is. Maybe a rear camera to the cab, possibly. Yeah. Look at this. Trailer made in Holland. Yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We've been so lucky to catch. You see I can't explain to you. It curves, it's so... see this front edge, even the front edge, you would think that you could draw a line along that edge, along the bottom, you know. And it is, but you see the twist that's in it as well, towards the end. Because we know this is straight, can't we? We know this is straight. So from there, that must be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Isn't that, look? Wow. This wants to fall over, doesn't it? And it's not propped, it's just held. It's held by the top. You alright? For the YouTube? Alright, Biscuit? Keep watching the YouTube. This is Biscuit. That was Biscuit. Hello, Biscuit. There's another MCL going that way. What registration are we? Oh no. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I wonder what that is. Is that a bubble? Or a mark? What is it? Oh yeah, it's a little dent, little imperfection there, and a little imperfection there, little bump there. Wow. Look at the tape on the edge. I bet you this is going one hell of a speed. I bet the end of there is going one hell of a speed. Isn't it? Wow. We've been so lucky to catch these here, haven't we? I'm going to end up running out of tape. I hope I press record on all of this. I hope so. I'm looking at the... Look. Look at this, see. What's that, look? Little dot thing. Oh, I don't know what that might be. Wow. You see, it's probably been held here somewhere, maybe in the factory. Somebody gripped it there, so it's gripped it here. Like before. Yeah, like, oh yeah, when they join the trailers back up again. Well, is there any brakes on this rear end? Is there any airlines? I wonder, they might fit the airlines afterwards or take them with them in case they go walkies. I can't imagine that stretching all the way to over there. But it might do. You never know, do you? Wow. Wow, wow. Of course, steering axles. Are these steering axles? They've got to be, haven't they? Let's have a look. On leaf springs, look. I don't know if they steer. Yeah, they must be, because look. There's the thing that goes round there. So these are steering axles. You'd expect them to be steering axles, wouldn't you? Yeah. So these axles steer. Quite a gap in between. Wow. I told you it was mega. This is mega. This is mega, 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 mega. Oh, dear me. Amazing. Absolutely. I guess that's to stop the rain. If it's on upwards, stop the rain from going down onto this joint thing. There's lots of them, but there's not big ones, are they? Is big ones stronger, or is lots of little ones stronger? Obviously they've thought about it. I sort of imagined there would be huge big bolts connecting it, but there's lots of lesser ones, smaller ones, whatever you'd call it. I don't think it's the weight, but mind you, I bet you there must be some weight in here. Wow. Isn't that just amazing? We'll never, you and me, Mr. Ordinary YouTube watcher, will never get so close to these again. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, we're on a roundabout, lots of bibbing going on. Bibbing and honking. Ah! One of the steering bars, look. So when this is connected to that, and that's connected to this, so when they steer, steering bar, look. Yeah. So they'll all steer together. This one, see the plate in the middle, it goes round, air suspension obviously. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Right, we better we better take my hands in your wish me luck now, because this is a junction 10 motorway junction. We've got to run across the road and get it home now. Yeah. Wow, amazing. One last look. One last amazing look. Wow. Can't get over it. We've been so lucky to catch these, haven't we? So lucky. Aren't we so lucky to have, first of all, had the time, you know, because you're on the road, you're tracked. What you're doing, Reggie? It's nearly going home time. So I was officially an hour early. I don't know how long that took. Anyway, we can work our way back to the truck now, can't we? Yeah, fantastic. And the truck's still there, so the truck and the load hasn't been nicked, so all is good. Whew. I'm knackered now though. And I've done my delivery. I'll give you some sort of scale how big these things are. Absolutely massive. Wow. I'm really glad we had that time to have a look and look at the length of the damn things. Incredible. So, I got something a little bit different, just a little bit different today. I'm in a man today. Look at this, with a proper handbrake. You can't mess with it, you can't put it halfway because it goes back there. It's on or it's off. You can use it to hold, that's the brakes on, but not locked on. So when you let go, you know you've let go. That's the good thing about these levers. These modern ones on the dash ain't so good. So that's one of the downsides of a modern one. But the downside of an old one is this, look. Ooh, look at that. Look at that wide pillar and that mirror in the way. You can lose a whole planet behind there. You could lose a whole, you know, a bike's got no chance, motorbike's got no chance. A car, forget it. You could hide a whole truck behind there, couldn't you, when you come in out of a junction. So, and you don't notice it until you've been in a newer one with the gap here that you can see through, and then you think, yeah, we needed those mirrors, we needed them gaps. So come on, let's have a look at this and what's down here. This is what's different about this today. This has got tipping gear or a hydro pack. Let me just show you. See, look, this one's got tipping gear, fuel tank, AdBlue tank and hydraulic fluid tank. Look, see these pipes here. This one's got a, some call it tipping gear, which for tipping wagons mainly, but some call it hydro pack. So the one I know about them is walking floors, because I worked for S Walkers for nearly 2 years in Redditch, didn't I? Yeah, so hydraulic. So if you want to operate something hydraulically on your trailer, you've got to use one of these motors. Yeah, it's a way of getting the power out of here into there. So this has got tipping gear on this motor, or a hydro pack, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, so slightly different, slightly different. So these are the controls for the tipping gear. I'm guessing that's the on-off switch. That's the gets the pump working, whether it's from above the gearbox or whether it's from one of the pulleys in the front. Sometimes it's an electrical switch makes it click, or you know, but that'll be the on and the off. On the walking floors you had to put the side lights on to make it work. You could switch it on and off all day, but if the side lights weren't on it wouldn't work. And then this will be the tipping lever. I'm guessing up is up and down is down. So if you want to tip it, you go up, and if you want to stop it, you stop it. And I'm guessing down is down. There's a gap underneath, so I'd say up and down, hydraulic in and hydraulic out. Yeah, pressure on and pressure off, and that'll be the main switch. But I don't touch them. It's not my. I wouldn't know what. Wouldn't dare touch the damn thing, because you don't want to be pumping. Have your pump on as well as driving along, because you'd be at high revs and you'd burst the pipes. The pump would go mad, wouldn't it? So you only want the pump working basically on tick over. Maybe put the cruise control, bring it up to say 1,000 revs or something. If you want to, I don't know how they do that here. But yeah, the pump works on tick over, or a little bit above tick over. And there's your main lever. But yeah, I'm not familiar with this truck and this tipping gear, and they're all much of a muchness, you know. But yeah, that's the tipping gear in this truck. Make a little story. Look, we need a little patch there to fix. We've got a hole. Shall we look inside? So anyway, and a little cut there, mate, and a little cut there. Yeah, that's. Usually I might tap that and put some putty in it or whatever, disguise it, but that's a proper hole, that is. So you're just in the middle of making a plate, and he'll use this welder, look. Probably going to get the steps, he'll use that welder and he'll weld a patch in there, and he probably might just weld that up there. Yeah. It's been a while since we've had an hole in a box. Hey, Scoutcrafter! You like big electric motors, don't you? How about that for a big electric motor? Let's get it in scale. How about trying to fix that one up? Look at the bars next to it. Look at the thickness of the bars next to it. Wow. That's an electric motor and a half, isn't it? And it looks like there's a pretty big one behind it as well. Wow. I've only just put my dash cam on. This place is full of scrap. Oh my God. What the hell is all this stuff? Mad, isn't it? Mad place. Scrapyards, fascinating places, aren't they? Put the put the part of the having big fast bikes. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, managed to live. Part of the, you know, he who's who he is without guilt, may he throw the first stone. But I've left the sound up. I used to love, you knew the cars on the motorways and dual carriageway, they were doing their 50, their 60, their 70, even doing their 80, and you'd go past them like they were nothing, and you knew you'd made them jump out their skin. You've come out of nowhere. Well, this is my young self catching up with myself. Listen to this. I jumped completely out my skin. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what speed he was doing, but we were going one hell of a lick. Lovely dry day, summer's out. Oh, watch this. Ready? He's going one hell of a lick. What speed was he doing? Oh God, frightening, isn't it? Where were we there? He was towards the end here. Let's do that again. Minding my own business. Give it a good gap. Oh, he was going one hell of a lick. Here's something. Who do you think was more dangerous? The guy on the bike on a clear road, or this one? Remember, he's going to go up here and he's come across 1, 2 lanes. Who do you think is more dangerous? There, he's crossed one lane, he's crossed another lane, and he makes the junction. Who is more dangerous? The speeder or the idiot that cuts across 2 lanes to make his junction? Interesting point of view. You recognise this place? We've been here before, haven't we? And you remember there was quite a queue, wasn't there? There was quite a queue and quite a wait. And anyway, I'm the only one here. I'm the only one here. Billy no mates. Oh, I was looking forward to a couple of hours kip. And look, I'm the only one here, so they'll do me in a flash. Damn, damn, damn.